Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the New York Jets. On the visitor sideline, their head coach. His guys coming off a road victory in the opener, looking to make it 2 straight to start the year. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, and here's Chad Ryland ready to get things started. And we are underway, folks, from East Rutherford. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This is 2nd and 8. They go play action with Richardson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Come on. Gotta be lying.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Open man. He completes it to Jeudy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On first down, here's Judkins. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles, and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Once again, Judkins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now Richardson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Richardson on fourth down. Steps away to his left. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for, because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, try and put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out. Now Fields. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Play action. It's Fields. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that. And it's going to bring up a third down. We look at this Browns defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
From the gun on third down, Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Setting up a screen for Judkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
An inside run with Jenkins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Richardson looking to throw this. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Here's Richardson to throw. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Browns defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. I'm good. 58. Which is that?
Fields. Open man is the tight end, Mason Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Fields going to move him around. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. The Jets at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Green 19, gets that. Easy. Chip sweep. Go.
Fields now to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it.
Angel.
They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
19 wins.
To throw is Fields. He has it complete to Christian Watson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
At the 18-yard line.
Here we go. 3-19.
Give to Hall running right. Muscles him off. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what most games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And Richardson back to throw it. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Jenkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Over the middle, he has a Okonkwo. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Quick throw completed by Richardson. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it second down. A give up the middle. Judkins looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Richardson. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. On the draw, it's Jenkins. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. To the left side, he's got the tight end Taylor. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go, son.
Here's Fields. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Dancing to his left. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's Hall again. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Don't jump. Ready? EQ. Angel. EQ.
Here's Fields. Gonna look deep for Wilson. It's caught at the 10. And he's gonna take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the toss, Judkins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Oh, a nifty juke. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
A run, it's Judkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for Browns to... Touchdown. Quinshon Judkins, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. And able to get this out to the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go, son.
Straight ahead is Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, son. 331, 331.
Paul want to give up the middle. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. One play action, Fields rolling to his right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here we go. Nice, go.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Here we go. Green 19, right side.
Operating from the gun, Fields. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, Monday.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he stopped immediately there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
5:51, 12.
Now Fields. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Green 19, no mas. West right there.
Back to throw, Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Richardson off the play fake. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Will McDonald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Judkins. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Richardson looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Richardson looking to throw this. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Fields. Taylor there to bring it in on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play. So critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Fields changing the play. They'll give to Hall. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Fields now to throw. That is caught. He's got the first down and more. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
Here's Fields. Going right back to Wilson. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Here we go. 58, which is that? 11.
Here's a give to Hall. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here now, 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Fields. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Now Richardson. Down the field, he's got Noel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Richardson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Richardson. Open man. He completes it to Judy. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And we are are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game.